All right, here we go. Welcome to the channel. We're here at the Barry Wolfe Grand Prix in Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village area in sunny California. Although today we didn't have any sun. It was pretty much overcast, pretty cold actually, pretty chilly. I wouldn't say cold, a little chilly. Today's race stats: average speed was 26.1. My max speed was 34.3. My average power was 197 watts, which was just about the same as my first race, but our average speed on that race was about 2 miles per hour slower. This is a 1.1 mile crit, four corner crit, pretty basic. With after going from turn four to the finish, it's a little bit of a false flat, goes up like 1%, but it's really not noticeable. For the most part, I really couldn't tell which side was more of the windy side. We had a little bit of a crosswind. I think right here on the right side, I'm actually getting a little bit more wind than being on the left side. But I tend to prefer the inside on this track. I felt a little more comfortable. I do end up pushing out to the outside a few times, but for the most part, I kind of stayed on the inside. And like I said, this was my second race of the day. So the first race was a Cat 5. It started at 7 in the morning, very early, too early, I would say. Um, very cold as well. This was my second race, and so I kind of knew the track already, the course for the most part. Um, so sitting back here for me was kind of like, okay, I know where I'm at. I wasn't too worried about anything going off the front, or being dropped or anything like that. If anything, I think turn one was the only one that I would say that where I thought might be a little bit more problematic. Um, Only because it's a little bit of a fast right turn, and it seems to like tighten up a little bit, but it was actually pretty chill. Didn't have to put too much power coming out of it to stay with the groove. As you can tell right here, a lot of times I was probably under 150 watts for the most part. So in this race we had Evoke, Padyak Racing Team, Go Fast, Pat 605. What other team? Serious Cycling, obviously. They put on the race, and a huge shout out to them because the race was actually well put together. The course was in perfect shape. All the cones and everything was, like just right. So each of these teams, they all had, I believe, for the most part, they all had like 4 or 5 guys in their team, and then there was a few others that were solos. So this is the first time for me using this camera. This is the Insta 360. and I'm actually loving it. But the editing is a little interesting. Um, but it actually, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Hope you guys do too. So that's one of my teammates right here on the right, Nacho. I believe Nacho finishes 14th, I believe. I finished 26th, then Alex finished 28th. A little bit of a spoiler alert, which there was a crash with two to go. So the race was neutralized, was basically slowed down. We didn't come to a stop or anything. Um, and then we picked right up right after like a slow lap, and then we picked right up, and that as soon as it picked up, we were just taking off. I think I think we weren't under 28, above 28 the whole time. So here, pretty much looks like everyone's pretty much getting like a feel for it, feel for what's how the course is going and how the race is going. I kind of wanted to move up, but I didn't really want to use up too much power. So I kind of stayed just following wheels, just tucking wheels in the back. So the Barry Wolf Grand Prix has been going on for, I believe, close to 30 years. I was kind of looking up information on it, but um, they missed a few years here and there. So it's somewhere around 30 to 33 years that they've been doing this race. I don't know what that guy was doing. Maybe it was go horsey go. I don't know. I think this is Ray Rivera on my left. Yep, that's him right there in his beautiful S5. And that's Alex up there on the right. Just took off. This is a PRT Pontiac Racing Team 310 is Ricky Cortez. He finished 19th in this race. One of my other buddies that races here with us, Chris Mang, he's on a faster me team, a faster me. He's up in the front. I could see him putting in some work. I believe that's Joshua up ahead of us here in the yellow helmet. Right there on that angle, I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I believe him and the Evoke guy got pretty close together. Something was going on. So we're just about halfway through the race here with lap number 6. I can't remember which which was actually the fastest lap. As of right now, lap number two is the fastest at 2:33. I don't remember if prior to lap number 11 and number 12, those were the fastest overall. I think they were. This car here with number 338, Gabriel Sandoval, uh, seemed to hang out with me in the back a lot. I was on his wheel or he was on my wheel, one or the other. If anything, I believe this was a little bit of a headwind section, right, going right into this turn, but it's such a short little area. From turn 3 to turn 4 is like, literally feels like 100 feet. So that was a cream that was being announced. Not exactly sure what the cream was, but that was a cream. And famous Critwit was in the field as well. He's number 345. He was in a green suit, in a green kit. He spent a lot of time up in the front, probably like the top 10 wheels, I think, for the most part, from what I can tell. That's good. Yeah. I think it's this lap, right after turn three, where the crash happens. If it's not this lap, it's the next one. It might be the next one. So we're coming down to the end of our season here. Um, I believe I have two more races. I will be racing CBR number six, the Cat 4 5, and then the very last one will be the Manhattan Beach Grand Prix, which I believe is July 14th. At least Sunday races. I'll still be in the races and at Eldo, which is held on Tuesdays. Oh, here we go. So I believe there was about 8 guys that were involved in that crash. And since the guys in the front, they don't know what's going on. They're just hammering away. So here we go, just chasing. It's always so very unfortunate when crashes happen. But I guess it's part of racing, unfortunately. I believe like I said, 8 guys went down. I want to say I heard that somebody broke their collarbone, but I don't know for sure. Um, I do know Joshua, and he had a few bumps and bruises. I don't know the extent of his injuries. I wish him a speedy recovery, as well as everyone else that was involved in the crash. There went the motorcycle. They're about to neutralize the race. And everyone's slowing. So here the race is neutralized and we're just soft pedaling. We're going about 17, 18 miles per hour. I thought we were going to take a full lap, but instead, right when we're about to get to the start finish line, they just hit it and they call it for two to go at this point. And here we go. Off to the races. Guess with two to go, it should be on my mind is moving up as much as I possibly can. Draft and move up. But with the speed being 30, 31 miles per hour, it's very hard to do. And I'm not even on that guy's wheel yet. There you go, turn 4. We're coming into the last lap. Still there, everyone's there. Just gotta move up a little more. Instead, I'm losing wheels. There we go, last lap. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's move up. Come on, get on that wheel. So I wanted to go right, and I thought about moving on to Alex's wheel, but I saw it kind of like I felt like I was gonna be blocked up ahead, so I ended up going left here shortly. I believe I would go left. There we go. Now here I should have just been more on it. Should have jumped on Chris's wheel. I would have been way up there. Instead I got stuck behind this guy. I went wide. And now it's just go, 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 go. And my sprint numbers are nothing impressive. Come in at 26th.